everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got an exciting matchup on tap. It's the Saints coming in at 3-1, going up against the Packers, who come in at 4-0. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Today, we've got a good Week 5
Go Pack, go Cheese, lead Mafia for life.
The Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. And we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first pick of the second round back in 2001, and that's the veteran Drew Brees.
Drew Brees' accomplishments have been borderline astounding. When you look back at what people thought about him coming out of college, so-called height issue, you name it, he can do it, and boy, does he prepare well for each and every game.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. And oh, he dropped it. Should have had it, second down. The headshots here of the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
Brees will try again on second down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be third down.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
So completion on second down, that brings up third. Brees going to try and throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Clay Matthews coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now the veteran punter for the Saints, Thomas Morstead, on to punt on fourth down. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
So pinpoint, so accurate. Sometimes we forget just how good he is. We start to take him for granted because he always places the ball exactly where it needs to be for his receivers.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. On play action, it's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Shakes off the sack. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Robinson able to get him for a loss of about 3. 2nd down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he finds Cook. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Rodgers now on 1st down. Penalty marker is down here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Thought he may have gotten away with one there, but the ref caught him, and it's holding. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sheldon Rankins coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. From midfield, here's Rodgers. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Fresh set of downs here.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Jordy Nelson, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Packers have taken the early lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers defense, they ready themselves here. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense, who said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And the defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they're able to get this one across the 35. These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know when you stretch the field, you often leave guys in one-on-one situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a priority, and they got what they expected.
And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
Damarius Randall's a versatile player. Played both safety and cornerback in college. They're using those same skills in the NFL.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And Thomas has it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 1 quarter down. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Breeze now. And he's got it over the middle. Fleener. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a gain of 6, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. So they're challenging the spot. If you're a coach, you hesitate to throw the flag anytime it's a spot discernment.
You certainly do, because you feel like that's not one you're likely to win, and you may need that challenge flag for later in the game. The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you? Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
They fake the give. Here's Breeze surveying the field. That is caught. this down near the 20-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose it.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Heading back out there now, the Saints defense. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. Out of the first 2 series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down. You gave up a touchdown. You can't do it again. You have to dig in, grit it out.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. He'll come out in the pistol. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to fire and got his man complete. That'll be a pickup of 29 yards there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Now Rodgers. He's going to try and go deep again. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Now it's Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Eluding the pressure right. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Aaron Rodgers with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Now Crosby for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a play fake here on first down. Caught by Snead over the middle. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Breeze to throw on second down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Now Breeze on third down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up fourth down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. The final shot before half for Breeze. He's got time in the pocket. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Saints right now have a time of possession advantage, but it has not led them to taking control of this game. The Packers look like they'll be in this game for 4 quarters. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Late in the first quarter, over the middle, Aaron Rodgers finding Jordy Nelson. And he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. That takes the lead up to 7. Saints take it at the 6. It's going to be a run play here. And he capped off the long drive with the TD. The Saints tied up at 7. Fourth down from the 24. The former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers, finds his mark in coverage. And that connection will lead to a gain of 29 yards. Packers Rodgers now later on the drive. Rodgers going to shift out to the right side, and he scoots into the end zone for a second TD. That puts them up by a touchdown. 1st and 10 over the middle. Drew Brees will complete the pass, and he'll end up picking up 18 yards on the play. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And now off to the races down the right side. 10. Touchdown. Ty Montgomery, 98 yards. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Extra point try now for Crosby. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. This will be fielded at the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. In trouble on the ball, and this will be a touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Now Crosby for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He'll look to set up his blockers. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Tremendous coverage there, just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle, and that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll get 23 yards there. So deja vu all over again. Another good week. And sometimes maybe, because the defense doesn't look that bad, maybe this is just good offense beating good defense in his case.
I like that because we always want to point out that there's a breakdown or someone made a mistake or there was an error. Sometimes it's exactly as you described it. Sometimes they just made better plays. And that's what he's been doing for the last 2 weeks.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ty Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he has now gotten into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Finding time. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Taken in at the 22. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. First and goal inside the 10. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it second and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deep...
And he's got his big tight end. That's Rodgers who caught it for the Packer touchdown. Richard Rodgers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are pouring it on. So second and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. Second down is always kind of that... Do they throw it? Do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Second down following the run.
Check 83, ball going to 83. 6-man. Check curls.
On second down, here's Breeze. Unable to connect there on the pass play.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
You ready?
From the gun on third down, Breeze. And he's got Snead. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a second down. Simple slant route, and partner, really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Here's Breeze to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Third down and 3.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Breeze going to try and throw on third down. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
This is taken at the 18. A good return there, call it 13 yards. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together.
He's got a man, complete. And they get 28 yards on that one. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
This is Cobb with a catch right side. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Still 9 yards to go on third down. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. Rodgers going to throw. That is caught. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Another pistol look here. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Jordy Nelson, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Packers continue to roll.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that looked like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
It's complete. Flainer, right side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, Not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Left side and caught by Flainer. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. It's complete to Flainer. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Caught by Snead over the middle. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. 7 yards remaining here on 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field. Brandon, you identified early that this game looked like it was going to be lopsided in favor of the winning team.
And then late in this one, you and I, we were digging at stuff, weren't we, to talk about, partner?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I think we brought up statistics from somewhere around circa 1927-28, hoping we could keep people going in this one.
Deep in the annals for this blowout win. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.